세러데이 쇼다운 D+ 기아 대 KT 롤스터.
Blaze. And for the Kwangdong Freaks, I do think the Renekton can struggle in the 1v1 if he does get set behind. But this is basically...
this Kwangdong Freaks comp. Dangerous drops. Let's jump into the rift for game one.
At any point in the game.
Yep.
But I think that Cuz is like, he's an actual animal that will invade your jungle, that will put you behind
Going
in
to
the
be able to weather that storm very comfortably.
Yeah, pre-Ezreal nerfs, you would have won that trade.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit of danger here as Jonas Strong turns the lights off. There's the spear connecting onto Ona. Cuz looking to push him out and will successfully do so. Now he has free reign on this top side. Ona actually having to go back, and Cuz is going to pull the wave to make sure that Dudu is going to get this crash. Is the spear going to land? And is it even possible for it to miss? As, nope. That's going to be the setup, but it's going to get pounced on. They try to do it, and Owner is there to save him. Yeah.
That he barely stays alive.
Yeah. Faker giving them some kudos. Let that health bar go back up again. Now, Cuz with a spear is going to find Owner, steal away the dragon, and Andal's making his way in. They're looking to try and answer that first blood that Owner was able to take away, but the spear is going to miss. And Kwangdong Freak's going to have to settle with a free leash on a Drake. Play a little bit carefully here. Cuz hopping on over. Will be able to get in here. Yeah, knows. There is no vision around here as Dudu is going to set up for it. Owner in here. The spear not really connecting. There is the Mega Gnar to come through, and Zeus just picks up the kill, and now Cuz going to be in a whole lot of trouble, looking to try and pounce his way out, but Permafrost is there. They throw down the boulder. He does get the Primal Surge, but it doesn't matter. Now Bulldog's in trouble as well because Kerry is ganking the mid lane. T1's just sort of everywhere right now, and they're going to extend that gold lead to 1,000 now. At about 10 minutes is all right. Bulldog's going to see what he can do here as the flash out from Faker gets him out of the circle of doom. And Bulldog not going to find any joy outside of the summoner spell.
A lot of that is going to rely on Bulldog and the ultimates that he can find, or, as mentioned, Dudu, who... yeah,
Carrier going to crash into Andal. Mega Gnar is going to be activated here by Zeus as Ona moving on in.
All right, this is going to be big. It's going to be the ultimate of Guma versus that of Bulldog. Can he channel it? Can Bulldog get that line access?
Moment's notice, this fight for the Herald could be a thing or could be not. Spear going to connect onto Carrier. Faker going to look for an option onto Andal, but he just presses the Eclipse button. He should be okay. Bulldog just trying to bounce around. Zeus in mini-Nas, kind of susceptible. As Spear once again connects, but this Rift Herald will belong to T1. True Shot Barrage a little bit late. Is going to do a bit of damage, but otherwise not too much. And Dudu, that's what stagnant is.
Well, I feel like stagnant has a more negative connotation as a Bulldog.
Yeah, he is going to collect an ulti here. Bulldog is going to be able to bounce into stealth, though, as he gets over to the other side of his circle. Kwangdong Freak's just going to eat a few abilities, and they should be okay.
A lot of damage to come down. Leaper is pushing in mid, as Ezreal feels relatively safe. Owner looks to be answering that, but do note, they did get 4 grubs. So at least going to have a little bit of additional pushing power. That's some ultimates gone, though. We'll see. Guma just going to pick this up. And
really nice. Okay, Spear going to connect onto Gumushi into the backline, but that's a great Magnet Storm onto Bulldog. Unable to actually finish him off as Faker ults in. Doesn't quite find the ulti, and in fact will just go down. Leaper was right there and grabs himself the kill. That should be Soul Point going over to the Kwangdong Freaks, but they'll have to sacrifice their outer turret in mid lane in order to get there. Because we'll go on over, collect that dragon. And is it going to be another charge? It's not. As Leaper gets to the other side, we'll be able to poke her in the eye. So,
it's been hit or miss. And I think mostly towards the miss column as Guma is...
Solar Flare coming in. It's a lot of damage from Leaper as the Glacial Prison comes down. Bullet time is decent. Leaper actually having to get out of the way of that one. Andal's really dead. As Cuz realizing he's not going to be able to find an avenue in, and Leaper is still on the run. Zeus gets in there with a teleport. Does have to invest that one, but this is an inner turret that they could theoretically be taking down. But instead, Ezreal says no. That is going to be that. Well, Kwangdong Freaks, they have started it up.
There we go.
Just throwing a lot of abilities into it. Owner is going to get pushed back. He can wrap around in time, though, to go for a bit of a 50-50 as there's the teleport from Faker. Carrier going to get slowed down here. As in position is Ona. There's the Magnus Storm, not exactly getting the most value, as now Leaper is looking to push Faker away. Carrier is going to be taken down, and Zeus, he will hit the Mega Gnar, but he's not going to be able to stop this Soul from going down. Faker is going to have to rebind his Soul, and now he's 1v1ing against Sleeper. Meanwhile, Zeus is going to fall down, and the Kwangdong Freaks are going to win the fight. Oh, Faker taken down, can't unbind the Soul in time. And is that just Baron as well?
Yeah, Atlas, that's Soul and Baron to come through here for the Kwangdong Freaks.
Oh, Gumiushi.
Oh,
Have to pace check Bulldog here. Doesn't have his ulti, but can still do a lot of damage on this Aurora. Look at how fast he is. It's kind of nutty. True Shot Barrage not really going to do anything at all.
Owner has flash.
Yeah, Owner is still here. This is still really, really risky for the Kwangdong Freaks. They do have vision now.
Oh, Atlas.
E1, can they save this? That's the question. Bullet time comes in. They're going to try and take it down. It's Luma that takes it. Of course it is. They have to sacrifice themselves. None of the Barons stay up. But if we can't have Baron, you can't have
Keep
Baron.
Zeus out of the... So Zeus did TP back in.
He did. He might kill Cuz. That Primal Surge was pretty good. That is going to save him.
Every individual game matters. We are in an insanely close playoffs run.
Leaper is playing real hard. It's okay. Gumiushi gonna get taken down really, really low. This is 3 items on the Ezreal. He is a big deal. That is going to be in a turret taken. No Baron, but yeah, still a whole lot of sieging power.
And the rotations, Atlas. Like, look at how quick they are.
It's called the Swift Rift for a reason, baby. And Zeus going to be taking a fair bit of damage, make it rain, but Andal very, very happy to tank that one up. Warmog's already in hand. And so this inner turret is going to survive a little longer. Kwangdong Freaks really have just taken tempo of this game and are not giving it up, though. Incredibly difficult to deal with. 50 seconds on the Baron as well, so whoever gets the Elder probably gets the Baron.
It's so hard to walk up to mid-wave into an Aurora.
Well, Owner is just going to go in. Glacial Prison does go wide as Faker eats a fair bit of damage there, but the Primal Surge is going to keep Bulldog so healthy. And now he's able to dash forward, finds the circle. Gumiushi is going to immediately flash out of it, and Owner, he cannot press Q to get out of that one. Still, Cuz will be eliminated. They trade junglers, but Faker's going to be taken down, and Dudu is an absolute monster. And that is into the backline. Bulldog, he's looking for Gumiushi, but he stays alive. And he's got the Bloodthirster, but I don't think he's got Crocodile protection. That is not covered in his insurance policy, and there's a reason for it. True Shot Barrage not going to work out. Dudu is underneath a turret, so apparently he'll enter your home as well. Crocodile's extremely dangerous, and Zeus, he's the last man standing.
Oh, I thought that maybe that was going to be enough, but they do waste enough time to at least stave off the game for now. But realistically, this is going to be both the Elder and the Baron going over to Kwangdong would make their chances of making playoffs so much better.
Well, Zeus has been put into a circle with a bunny girl who is favored by the Dragon Lord. And Zeus is just going to have to try and kite it out as best he can. Andal's going to be here as well. The Baron is going to go down in the meantime. So Wallop coming on through doesn't really matter too much at all. So Zeus will be falling. Cuz should be able to activate it with the red buff. And there it goes. Owner now out of position as well, as Dudu should be able to lock him down. There's Zenith Blade for the setup, and Leaper grabs that kill himself. Faker is in the bottom lane though. Gumiushi was setting up this inner turret in the mid lane. True Shot Barrage looking to try and cancel some of these backs, though. You can see he's going to sail past where Gumiushi was and not going to be able to hit Faker, so he gets back home. But now you've got an inhibitor down on the top side of the map, an exposed inhibitor here in mid lane as well, and Kwangdong Freaks, they are all business today. It's all about taking this one down. It's into the circle. They go Faker. It's going to be eaten by a dragon. That's 3 on the floor in the blink of an eye. And in the same amount of time, Kwangdong Freaks finish off the Nexus. They're 1-0 in this series and playoffs. They can really struggle to get back into gear. And you could imagine at the very beginning with Cuz and Dudu not being able to line up that gank and then giving Owner that first blood, giving the Sejuani the extra power, the bounce back afterwards, and just how massive Dudu was, irrespective of the fact that Zeus did get that early lead.
And honestly, not too bad of a solution. So you can either try to go mega aggressive, right? Try to go and dive together with the Vi, or you can take...
Whoa!
So what? That's
Varus.
We have not seen a Varus in a good amount of time, everyone.
Pretty well-rounded draft here, I have to say, but T1 this time around with a lot more power picks under their belt. I also really like Equalizer and the Chains of Corruption because you can...
that's a 50-50. We have that one.
That is a 50-50. B&K then needs to also beat T1. So T1 needs to go 0-2.
Yeah, have their...
and now it is going to be a little bit of respite as Owner.
Wait, Cuz?
Going to get spotted here. Cuz, oh god. We've seen this timeline before as Cuz gets in. He's not able to steal it away, but Owner is now in trouble. Carrier inside the pit. Gumayusi trying to get rid of Leaper here. The spear is going to miss. Bulldog comes down, puts them in a circle, and that is going to be 2 swift kills. Faker going to go down as well, though, and the Aurora is on the board. That's kind of how my mind works. And we're going to be cantering over, or is that more of a trot? Looks like more, that's a canter, there we go. That's going to be Carrier connecting to the wall. There's bullet time, and is he just dead? He is. Cuz going to come on over, pounces on down. Now looking for Gumayusi. Spear not going to connect, but they've got a huge minion wave. Guma has to get out of here. He's going to miss all of that CS. Oh no, is he going to miss his life? No, he's not.
Will, fortunately for him, hold on to that. But Kwangdong, that's what we said. The moment you start falling behind in this bot lane, continued attention towards it. Carrier doesn't have flash. That's an easy punish, and the goal goes down to that previous fight at the Drake. You're like, oh!
Yeah, he's just wishing he was playing Nasus instead, you know, so he could just sit there and continue.
Man, I wish
just
we saw more Nasus. Oh boy.
Oh dear. Okay, there's the all-out into the wall. Andil's going to come on over. Doesn't even need to press any buttons yet, as the equalizer goes down and doesn't do too much. And Gumayusi had almost gotten here.
Wait.
Oh, does have Chains of Corruption, and Dudu might actually stick around. Oh, there it is. He's going to charge this one up as Dudu, he gets the shield, he flashes. Is the Ignite going to be enough? Cuz he's going to turn up in the Primal Surge. Oh, Andil's also going to survive this one as crashes to get the shield. Kwangdong Freaks can do no wrong this game. What is going on?
Oh, Atlas, that is a tilter right there.
Oh, they're still looking for more, though. Not out of the woods just yet, as there is Owner making his way in with that Vault Breaker. Cease and Assist is going to connect it. Andil goes down, and T1 not standing for the...
Malignant is ready, and an early kill has really accelerated him.
Yep, Owner looking to try and pay Dudu a visit, and then possibly head over for some grubs as Carrier's turning up as well. That is going to be the CC layering. Dudu is very tanky, though, as Owner gets himself out from underneath the turret. Carrier not going to get pulled back by that Q3.
Sat here, and Leaper and Nando are having absolutely none of it.
Yeah.
Unless...
Well, we'll see whether they can actually clear something out. As Leaper and Andal are going to move up. That's Carrier going in. Finds the knock-up onto Leaper. Cease and Assist comes in as well. It's decent layering as the bullet time comes through as well. But Gumayushi's going to survive it. Cuz throws a spear to Narnia, and he's not going to be able to pick up anything. That is just the bottom lane dead.
Go for the re-engage and deny all that damage until it's already too late. As Zeus, I think... He might
be in trouble unless he does some pretty extraordinarily cool alcove things, as he's going to try and use the equalize, but unfortunately he is in a circle and he is not getting out. Did do a lot of damage there to Cuz, but he has the ability to heal himself back up, as Owner is going to return the favor by taking down Shelly on the top side of the map.
How does Rel get that?
Yeah, waiting. Not actually starting up this dragon just yet. And on Vision, Kwangdong Freaks don't really need to worry about it as they're going to go in. Circle does go down. Bulldog immediately turned on and exploded. Andal finds a decent Magnet Storm, but they're still not able to find any kills at all. T1 will wipe them out in this fight. And Dudu is just trying to flash for his life. There is an outer turret here, but Cuz and Leaper are out of this one, and T1 can go for a dragon if they'd like one.
That is going to be the dragon, and I think T1 might be looking for a dive as well. Faker's pushing the wave.
Yep, Dudu is going to turn up, trying to push them back in here. There's the all-out onto Zeus, and Harpoon, with the help of Piercing Arrow, is going to be able to take him down. Faker is finally going to turn up, find some Sand Soldiers to deal with this misfortune, and Cuz he knows that he's dead, he's going to see whether he can take Zeus with him. The answer is no, but at least he gets a flash. But T1, they'll also get a turret and the first Mountain Drake of the game. Freaks players were moving around underneath their turret, so...
Sure, whichever metaphor you prefer. Yeah, fine with either. Really big win there for T1. Now building up a 4.5 or almost 4.5k gold lead. We also have the Mountain Drake going to Demazeus.
He is going to get crashed into. Nice spear is going to connect there from Cuz, who does make his way down. Gumayusi is also dead because Bulldog has the ability to put him in a circle, and immediately Kwangdong Freaks are going to fire back against T1. They might even be able to get some good damage on this outer turret.
Yeah, I'm like, go to Nash. There's no Nash. We're 80 minutes into the game. This is an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah.
And just, I think like us with our conversation about apples, felt like there was a moment of respite in this. There is no respite. There was only the fight. There was only blood.
Only kills.
There will be blood, Atlas. On Summoner's Rift, as Andil Ice Cold just goes for the Hex Flash.
Yeah.
And that is a very big set of kills, because that means that Guma, his bounty gets picked up. Sayas didn't have a bounty because he's been doing his way over. I don't know if he's going to be in time. I think this dragon is gone. It's more about, can they find the fight?
Yeah, they do manage to get on top of Bulldog, who just puts a circle in the wrong direction. Equalizer also just sitting in the middle of nowhere as the Drake is still getting amongst it. But that is just going to be the kill onto Andil. It was in no man's land, unable to do anything. Still somehow Kwangdong Freaks are the ones with control of this. Drake and Cuz is over the wall, so he's not going to be able to get a smite in there. It is going to be the dragon secured here by T1, but can Kwangdong Freaks keep themselves alive in the fight? As Spear connects on Gumayusi, but there is no follow-up. And Kwangdong just couldn't really decide what to do. They will be able to find that little hit onto Owner, who goes down exceptionally low. Same can be said for Bulldog as Gumayusi gets in there. He is going to sacrifice himself as Empress Divide will take down Dudu, and Owner is still alive. That's an ace, because Andil was already dead from before.
Attention as well to how hard it is to actually turn onto someone of T1. So we have Stopwatch for Zayas. We have the Banshees as all Guma.
Bulldog is going to put Bulldog into a circle and just take him down. Empress Divide is going to come on through, but Faker is also dead. That is Leaper falling as well, though, and you cannot cross the veil when there is an anchor coming from Carrier still. Spear's not going to connect. Andil not tanky enough. And T1 just have enough firepower with the members that they had left. That's Equalizer to help them take down Bulldog, and Owner is just a carry in his own right. He's 6-0-4 on this buy, and so I guess they don't need their damage dealers, I'm doing air quotes right now, because they've got Owner. They've got this Rumble as well, who does so much work, and Carrier can keep them in place. That is one heck of a way to reach 1,000 kills, as Owner is just going to come in and take the team fight into his own hands. They'd like to just make sure that mid wave is shoved in, get the Kwangdong Freaks as far away from this Drake pit as possible, get themselves a Mountain Soul, and then that would be absurd. That is going to be the Chains of Corruption absorbed, and now Bulldog's going to do it again. He bounces to the other side and the other side, and then Gumayusi's going to get out of there. Does use both of his summoners, though, as now Dudu thinks he may have found an opportunity as Owner. He goes in, they're going to turn the fight on its head, but Owner's the first one to go down. There is the T1 follow-up, as Zayas, the walking barbecue, is going to be able to clear them all out. And so Owner's dead, but then he's got the rest of his mates to take care of it.
Gumayusi also staying alive in that one, making great use of his flash, and we are going to a game number 3 here, Atlas.
Yeah, we definitely are. That is going to be the first Nexus turret going down. Carrier is going to also bring Nautilus out of his losing streak. The man was definitely underwater when it comes to being able to win, and is finally going to pop his way out on the shores of Bilgewater today and bring T1 to game number 3 against the Kwangdong Freaks.
Because his win streak unfortunately comes to an end. This guy has been absolutely insane on the Nidalee. This game just didn't end up being enough.
Yeah, it didn't quite work. I actually would have liked maybe not the Cassante towards the top side if they were going to be going for it.
Aurora. So really, do you need engage when your opponents are all locked into a circle? I think not.
Yeah, you could also just get Faker on a flank angle. He could also maybe just find top side of the map as well. It is Viego for Owner. He could definitely carry on that. A lot of things here. Let's jump to the Rift for game 3. My favorite Tristana skin. So he's going to be able to use that dragon to try and clear out these minions as they're hopping around the lane. And it is just...
now we will have the 3v3 towards the top half of the map. And most crucially, he had already picked up the buff as, yeah, that is...
not quite as powerful. Carrier's Braum has been divisive in the past.
Divisive indeed, Atlas.
Yeah, to say the least. As Andil and Leaper are going to be moving up. They do have a minion wave here, but with Zayas still in the area, it's going to be hard for them to make it towards this turret as they do clear out the wave. Owner is moving down as well, 4 versus 2. Nidalee nowhere in sight.
So crucially, they are denying experience and money to the duo lane here, but they're also giving up a good amount of experience toward the top side. The thing is, though, again, they are getting plate damage down.
Oh, that's the flash over from Ona, but doesn't find the stun. And Leaper just going to give them the old death thumbs up and move his way over towards this turret.
So
Finds also a bit of
I
extra
was about
damage.
to say, Zeus is going to have to TP.
Information going over to the Quantum Freaks, and they definitely have it now, as first grub is going to be taken, and so top and bot side trade, and you can understand why both teams are aiming for the options that they went for. T1 trying to accelerate towards some dragons, and it's going to be a triple grub start here, as well as Ona being able to set up for a potential dive.
Oh,
Perry going to find a Winter's Bite onto Andil here, and now Ona is going to make his attempt. Let's see whether they can lock them down, as he does pick up turret aggro. Ona's only level 5. There is the flash out from Andil, and now T1 looking for it once again. The teleport does come in. They're going to be able to kill Leaper, but can they get out? That's the question. The answer is absolutely no. The Gnar is going to clip Carrier, but he stands beside Gumayusi. He's going to see whether he can save him. Dudu and Andil trying to fight this one out. The flash comes out from Carrier, but it's not enough. It's, oh, Caitlyn! Gumayusi able to get the kill back, and it's a 2 for 2. It means that you then get trapped. And yes, there is a delicious cupcake, but you also die. And so that's not good. As Andil's going in, whether he likes it or not, Cuz going to come on through, is able to heal him up, but it's not enough. Carrier shows them the door, and they're going to have to take it, unfortunately.
Ona on his way. Carrier says thank you very much, and Andil, those are some crucial missed hooks. Yeah, that is indeed an owie. Also do note Faker is roaming over, so are Bulldog and Andil, but I don't think they're going to make it in time here. Looks like Cuz is going to have to give this one up. Spear doesn't. You know, I'm happy to follow you into the abyss. I just don't know if right now is the time.
Yeah.
As Dudu is going to utilize these grubs. Do note, first turbot has already been taken towards the bot side, as we did see Guma pick that one up very early, as, oh, a punish onto Zeus.
Oh, the Gnar is going to be blocked by the ulti. Zeus going to be able to try and get himself out of here, but you can't dodge that one. The hook going to come through there as well. The wallop comes down. A lot of chain CC. He flashes the spear, and it's just enough to get him out of dodge. Bulldog trying to stand his ground. Now going to have to tank yet another one, as there is the ace in the hole. Ona comes over. Bulldog wants to try and push him away, but there's a nice stun onto the Tristana. Able to get himself out of there, but the Heartbreaker moves Ona forward. Still, Bulldog gets the heal, and is going to be able to keep himself alive. That hook was, I mean, almost good, but it did spell the death of Andil. And Dudu, look at that Naba. It is gorgeous, but it's not going to be necessary because they just can't use it.
He doesn't have flash. Oh, I don't know. They might try to TP Bulldog in. They did use a lot in that sequence. And some of the health bars are low, but they got to use this Mega Gnar. And I don't know if they have the timing. I don't think a whole lot's going to come from this. They're going to try and bully them out. Bulldog is back.
Yeah, Bulldog's going to be able to make his way into this fight. They're not going to have Andil for this one.
Oh, it's not happening.
And the spears aren't really connecting. That's a headshot from Gumayusi as Cuz.
Right. Oh my god!
That was kind of cool. He's going to be annoying. They're going to be able to take down a turret, and now Cuz is trapped in a circle. Still, that is going to dissipate, and they are going to be all right. So they're going to be able to trade Soul Point for outer turret, and Andil's life also goes down as well. So still a trade down for Quandong Freak. Going to be giving this one up. Teleport to come through from Zeus, looking for Bulldog on a flank angle. They will be able to find him there. Arizona taking a bit of damage himself. Faker looks for Bulldog. There is the rocket jump out, and Bulldog with teleport available. His Buster Shot now on cooldown though. So Dudu, he's turned up, looking for a few more stacks onto that Nava. Zeus hops forward, puts them in a circle now. That is going to be the Drake, secured by the Quandong Freaks, but can they find the team fight? That's the question. Faker goes golden as the house just goes over his head, and Gumayusi takes down Leaper. Cuz is already dead as well, but they do at least save the soul, and Andil might even be able to get out. Oh, just barely. I think he deserved that. I think
We do see control of this pit being taken here. We've seen this one before.
Yep, they are just going to do Baron. Carrier puts up the door. Quandong Freaks are in the area, but Dudu is not. And so this Baron going down lower and lower, but yeah, this is not exactly going the best. Still, can they get into the pit? The answer is no. They are taking down the Aurora though, and T1 need to get themselves out of here as quickly as they can. They'll sacrifice one, but they'll get themselves the Baron. And Cuz not going to be able to chase after them this time around. Might be able to see them in this brush, but they just have no information, so there's no chance. And so that's T1 doing a T1 of old move, which is just take Baron.
Technically, but
I mean, with the collector build, it feels a lot better.
yeah, it really does. And now this fight, last fight was basically a must-win. This fight, very much the same, as we do have sums available across the board.
Yeah.
Stopwatch here for Faker.
Andal has to be really careful, Dudu. Not a lot of Nabar, as that is a very short hook. Andal's going to have to flash. He does so to get himself out of here. Bulldog, this flank angle is very scary, as T1 all grouped up. And the health bars on Quantum Freaks are getting lower and lower. They're going to have to commit to something, as there's the hook. It's going to connect onto Zeus, but that is the kill onto Andal. Zeus down so incredibly low. The Meganar comes in. Faker going to get walloped off to the side. Bulldog has to flash to get himself out of the way, and there is the Mountain Soul. Emperor's Divide doesn't do a whole lot, but that's because his targets are already dead. Leaper gets over the wall, and Gumayushi will wipe him out. T1 now just trying to get the stragglers here, as Dudu wanting to chase after Carrier, but Gumayushi going to protect his support this time around. And Cuz going to need to try and pounce his way over some walls, and it looks like Ona doesn't even really care, because Zayas going to turn up, and Cuz's time is coming to a close here as he does pounce on over towards Zayas. Also keeps himself relatively healthy, but there's that burn.
And they are not eliminated upon this loss.
I mean, this was an assumed one, right?
It was, and they can still beat DRX, as that's Braum.
Yep, that's a hook. That is a dead Andal. There is nothing you can do about that one. Gumayushi just walks up to point-blank range and shoots the Big Daddy in the face. And that is going to be that. That might just be Baron here from this one as well. There are a lot of traps they're just not standing on, as Leaper trying to clear the way to get himself over here. Wanting to land some poke, as Faker is hit by a spear. That's important, but the Baron is just going to go down. And now Leaper is inside a circle and destroyed. Yeah, he wasn't between worlds. He was just taken out of one. Yeah, that's the rough part. They didn't take the top inhib.
Okay,
Well, they're big, and now T1, they are going to be pushing, but Quantum Freaks might have them where they want them. Leaper probably shouldn't be frontlining. Don't have a lot of other options. Oh God, okay. Bulldog almost just executed, as Faker is going to look for him. Buster Shot gets him out of there, as these Nexus turrets going down so fast. They're in between worlds, as Owner is going to take Andal out of it. Dudu now in trouble, gets hooked up by the newly constructed Nautilus. And Bulldog goes down as well. The rest of T1, they get on top of Leaper. You can't flash that one, Cuz. And that is the double kill for Gumayushi. The ace comes through, and T1, they stomp Quantum Freaks into the ground at the very end there. And they will be able to further their chances and get themselves towards playoffs. And the back-to-back games. And once again, it's the Quantum Freaks thing, right? Where they win a game, then they lose a game, and then the series is over. And that's why, even though their match score doesn't look very good, they were still very even when it came to the game score.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview translation, joined by the POGs on the side of T1 Owner and Gumayushi. With this win up against Quantum Freaks, T1 has secured a spot in the playoffs. Congratulations on the win, guys. First up, Owner. How do you feel about the match today? So I'm so glad that we managed to decide our own destiny. So it means a lot. And Gumayushi, recently you have received POGs in T1's last 4 victories, so it's 4 in a row so far. How do you feel about that? I guess it's meaning that playoff is around the corner, and I'm slowly going back to my playoffs form. After a loss in the first game, there were some adjustments in the drafting. Was there a feedback to go with more confident picks? Yeah, indeed. We wanted to kind of play the champions that we like, and also we wanted to think of what would actually suit our kind of direction best. Well, prior to the second game. Cousins Nidalee had a 9-0 record so far this season. So how did you approach the jungle matchup? I was not aware of the fact that Cuz was on an undefeated record, and I'm kind of relieved that I managed to stop his win streak. Yeah,
네, 그렇다면
I'm
2세트
happy.
승리로 커즈 선수의 전승카드인 니달리에게 패배를 안긴 만큼
And
이런
you are the
기록을 또
first player
막아낸
to,
소감은 또
stop his
어떤지요?
streak. So what does that mean to you?
많은 기록들이 세워지면 좋겠지만
I mean,
제가 세워도 좋기
A
때문에
lot of records
잘
means a
나가고
lot to
있고요.
the league,
저도
but
그렇게
it has to be
많은
me.
연습할
It
수
would
있도록
be
노력
a
많이
lot
하겠습니다.
better for
네,
me
오늘 또
personally
좋은 활약을
to be
보여주셨던
the
오너
one making all the
선수였습니다.
records.
그리고 또
So I'm so
2세트
glad that I kind of
아웃 두 명이
resisted
죽어
other
있는
people making
상황에서도
some
오너 선수의
records,
주먹이
and
좀
I hope I
빛났던
can
장면이
start off my
있었거든요.
own
그 장면
record
같이
here.
보면서 이야기 나눠보겠습니다.
Now let's take a look at this team
이때
fight
충분히
replay.
싸울만하다 이런 판단이
How
있으셨던
did you
걸까요?
manage to see the
사실
angle
저희
for a team fight?
미드원들이 있긴 했지만 어쨌든
So
자기
yeah,
할
we
일은 다
were
하고 죽었다고
following
생각이
up
들어서
after
그리고
our
제가
mid and
잘
AD
컨택했기
carry
때문에
already died,
충분히
but I was
싸움을
already
제가
pretty fed,
달릴
and
수
we had to
있겠다라는
kind of
확신이 있어서
push the envelope
그리고
in order
좋은
to seal the deal.
승리를
So I
이끌었던
just went for the
네,
play,
좋은 활약을
and we managed to win out the
보여주셨었는데요.
fight and also
이
close out the
장면
game.
이후에 바로 트리플 킬을 통해 LCK
And
1000킬이라는
with the triple kill in the team fight, you managed to hit 1,000 kills in the LCK. How do you
이렇게
feel?
벌써 1000킬이나 할 줄은 몰랐는데 또 1000킬을
I mean,
했다는 게
time
세상
flies,
놀라운 것 같고
I'm pretty surprised that I already got my 1,000 kills, and I wish I can get more kills in the future.
네, 앞으로도 기대하도록 하겠습니다. 구만시 선수도 축하의 한마디
Anything
해주신다면요?
you want to say over to owner?
준준이가 아직 애 같은데
I mean,
그렇게 좀
to
벌써
me,
순위권에
he
들
is still a
정도로
boy,
킬을 많이
but
했다는 게 저도 좀
I'm so
놀라웠고
impressed that he's already
앞으로도
on the
열심히 해서
leaderboard
멀리까지
here in the
했으면
LCK in
네,
terms of the
애정 가득한
milestones.
응원
So
한마디
I wish he can
해주셨습니다.
keep
구만시 선수,
breaking
3세트
records.
때는 상대가 스스로 자신 있어하고 승률 높은
And Gumayushi in game
니달리와
3,
함께 전승 중이던
Kwangdong Freaks picked Italy once again, and also Tristana, another undefeated pick for their lineup.
이건 좀
Did you
개인적인
think
생각인데
it wouldn't be an issue to let them have those picks? So
선수의
this
좀
is
챔피언
my
숙련도보다는
personal thoughts,
좀
but
전체적인 조합이나 상성이 더
I
중요하다고
feel like
생각해가지고
the overall
좋은
kind of
픽
comp
나올 거라고
synergy
생각하고
and
그랬던 것 같습니다.
kind of
아,
concept
오너
of the
선수 이
picks
답변
mean
바로
a
웃음을
lot
보이는데
rather than
네,
focusing
그런
on the
생각
proficiency on individual picks.
생각이라고 하길래 그게 참 좋은 친구구나라고
So
생각했어요.
yeah, because Gumayushi said it's his personal thought, I was so grateful that he was being really clear on that. And Gumayushi, actually, Caitlyn has not been a very popular pick in the current meta. Yet you confidently picked her. So what gives you the confidence to use her? No one else can play Caitlyn like me, so I was just feeling the confidence to go for it. And your collector Caitlyn was very powerful. So could you break down the item build there? So Caitlyn already has the crit numbers on her passive already, so I wanted to keep building crit items, but statics or kraken are the items that are recently nerfed, so I rather wanted to build collector which has a better stat.
그 장면 보면서 이야기 나눠보겠습니다.
Now let's take a look at this replay where T1 was able to kind of juggle out all of the aggro so well. How did you kind of position for this team fight?
이야기를 해주실 수 있을까요? 구만시 선수?
뭐 다른 사람
So
포지션까지는 신경 안 썼고
I was not,
저는
to
그냥
be honest,
연치면서
paying
좀
attention to
키우고
other teammates'
뭐
positioning. I was just like
스택
doing
쌓아서
damage onto the
나만
dragon, and then
좀
I had the
이기겠다는
headset
마인드로 하면서 했던 것
proc
같습니다.
up available, so I was like, as long as I survive the fight,
그래서 이렇게
we will still win the team fight.
오너 선수는 이 장면일 때 어떤
And owner, would you like to add on to that?
일단 뭐저 상황을 봤을 때
Well, looking at the situation,
생각이 들지만 어쨌든
I think that was a little bit of a dicey team fight for us to take, to be honest, but I think we were still in a very good condition to kind of go for the fight, and I think everything kind of unfolded very well for us.
구만시 선수의 케이틀린은 LCK
And
통산
with this
17승
victory,
1패
Gumayushi, your
엄청난
Caitlyn
승리를
now
자랑하고
has
있는데요.
an incredible
구만시
LCK record of
선수의
17-1
스스로도
total.
인정하실까요?
Do you consider yourself
뭐
as the king of
언젠가 스킨도
Caitlyn?
만들지 않을까 생각하고
One day I will also get a Caitlyn
또 오늘
skin.
나왔는데 앞으로도 기대해보도록
Speaking
하겠습니다.
of royal skin,
그리고
you know,
정규 시즌
T1's
마지막
royal skin
상대는
is being
현재 기세가
released
엄청난
in a couple of
BNK
hours
TNT인데요.
today.
각오 한 말씀씩
And
들어보겠습니다.
T1, your
오너 선수.
final opponent in the regular season is BNK Fear X. What are your thoughts on that? I think they're on a great momentum, and we lost to them in the first round robin. So as that will be our last match of the regular season, I wish we can end the season on a strong
구만시 선수
performance.
부탁드립니다.
프로 가기 전에 마지막으로 경기력
Yeah,
체크하기에
that's gonna
좀
be
좋은
the final
상대라고
checkup on our
생각하고
performance right before the
뭐
playoffs. So it's gonna
잘
be a great
준비해서
chance for
이기도록
us to
하겠습니다.
realize how
네,
strong
이렇게
we are,
해서 오늘
and we will
엄청난
make sure to get a
경기력을
win there.
보여준 오너 선수,
And this will be the end of the
만나봤습니다.
POG interview
플레이오프
with Guma
진출 다시
Yoshi
한번
owner and back to the
축하드립니다.
space. Thank
감사합니다.
you.